Good evening, friends. I am Dr. Gururaj B. Kulkarni from Kalburgi. Today I am with you to share some of these my views which I have gained over a period of 30 to 40 years, and I am going to talk on a very interesting subject very dear to my heart. That is the brain and exercise connect. Now I have an agenda in this subject. I will be able to briefly tell you. It is not that scientific, but it is very easily understandable for common people. Now first let me tell you what about the functions of the brain, how complex it is, then what is the parts controlling different functions, what is the input to the brain and spinal cord and what is the output, what is the nervous system which is not under our control, like sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, the problems about the aging and the neurosciences, what happens if you age, what effects you will get it over a period of time. Then I will also tell about the motor and sensory and the posterior column functions and how to have the exercise of these, and what are the likely disabilities, minimum disabilities that you encounter as you grow old. Especially this video will be useful for the senior citizens. And I also touch upon the cure and the prevention of these disabilities. So ultimately, dear friends, this is all about healthy life and fitness, which is very important, very important in these crucial COVID days. Now let me start. So we all know that brain is a super computer which controls the different functions of the entire body. Mainly it has the brain and the spinal cord. Brain is in our skull, the spinal cord is in the vertebral column. So the functions are, what are the main functions? From the day-to-day activities, all the day-to-day activities normally depends upon the brain and the spinal cord. How we move, how we talk, how we understand, how we communicate, how do you have the skills, how do you write, how do you eat, how do you hold an object, and how do you walk about, how do you do exercises. When you walk, how do you balance yourself, and with closing eyes, without closing eyes, and when you keep your feet on the surface which is warm, which is cold, which is uneven. All these things means, in scientific terms, it is called as the motor functions, sensory functions, special functions, and the other functions. Now motor function is controlling of movements. Now the brain has got a cortex, and underneath the cortex we have got deep structures which control the so many functions of the body, including emotions. Now added to this, we have special sensory organs, 5, like smell, the visual, the hearing, the tongue, the skin. All these impulses are put into the brain for actions. Brain understands, it synthesizes, it analyzes, and sends the command through all the peripheral nerves. Now it has also have a special function that is called an autonomic function. This autonomic function is autonomous, which is not under our control. For example, the way we breathe in and out, it is an autonomous. We cannot have a control, because while sleeping also you breathe. When you are totally unconscious also you breathe. Then heart rate, not under control. We cannot, unless we do hatha yoga, we cannot control the heart rate. We cannot control our perspiration. We can't control the digestion. We can't control so many things. The urine formation, other things, these are all autonomous. But day in and day out, 24 hours, your brain and spinal cord is working for you and for you only. Most of the times we will not be using. Now the latest research in the neuromolecular biology is on the nervous system. earlier concept is, if you get an injury, if your nerve is cut, or if you are paralyzed, if you lose the function of one body, or if you lose talking power, you are not able to do anything, because the thought was that nerve cell, the unit of the nervous function, nervous system is a cell, nervous cells. It is called a neuron. If the neuron is dead, that means it cannot regenerate. There is no neuron added. And all the neurons in the body, including the brain, they are fixed in numbers. As we grow old, we lose lot of neurons from the brain. So the neurons, the neurocells, which are very important part of the nervous system, they keep dying. So once you are having a loss of neurons, your brain size shrinks. Then what happens if you lose the function of those neurons? The capacity of the brain depends upon these neurons, which get collected in the brain in the chip manner. That means the neurons are forming circuits. These are called the chips of our brain. When you compare to the computers, the chips are no different. They are chips. Now, if we have less number of chips, that means the functional capacity of your brain, like the computer, is less. So you have higher generation of capacity to restore, higher generation of the functions of the computers. Similarly, brain is been invented, the computer is been invented by the brain. So brain is the master computer, I must say. So all depends upon the neurons. So neurons, once they are dead, they are not replaced. They are fibrosed. This was a concept. But now the latest studies in the neurology, neuromolecular science has shown that the regeneration can be done with the neurons. The neuron cells, they are not dead permanently. You can regenerate. You can produce neurons. In fact, people have gone up to the researching that the brain cells can be cultured in the petri dish, like what you culture the bacteria and other thing. This is an amazing science. Thereby, there is a ray of hope for the people who have lost the neurons because of something. For example, a disease like blood pressure, blood clots in the brain, or an infection in the brain, they will kill our neurons, causing, that is what is called the paralysis, loss of speech, loss of functions, unable to hold the hands, unable to take a spoon and eat himself, and unable to talk, unable to comprehend what you are talking. See, he loses communication. As a result, the patient becomes more frustrated. So these people can be trained to little extent, not possibly that all 100%, but if you treat it early, there is every chance the neuronal loss can be replaced by the normal healthy neurons. But for that, you need to train the brain, because it is the brain of your body. It is your brain. So who will talk to your brain? It is only you. Who can train your brain? Is your brain. So nervous system of your body can be taught according to your language, because it is your laptop and your computer. The code you use, the language you use, what you type, what command you give to the computer functions. So my dear friends, your computer works for you, your brain works for you, provided you tell it repeatedly, you do it repeatedly. That is how you develop the skill of driving, you develop the skill of learning, you develop the skill of memory, you develop the skill of doing more and more things so that you can achieve something in the life. That is all because the powerful brain, the powerful computer that you have. So it needs the feedback. That's very, very important. Now coming back to the aging. The aging is a chronic degeneration of the nervous system. Now aging involves so many processes. It's very difficult to explain aging, because people are doing a lot of research on aging. Ultimately what happens in aging, there is a process of degeneration of the body, degeneration of musculoskeletal system. That means all the muscles are wasted. You must have seen old people with a very thin muscles, wasted muscles, were not able to grip. They have got a weakness in the muscles, especially the hands. See, this is what happens in aging. They are unable to walk. they are unable to sit and stand because of severe joint pains, osteoarthritis. They old grey, but grey hairs are there, but at the same time brain shrinks, the nervous system shrinks, the functions are lost. So before you lose functions lost, for example, let us say memory. See, over a period of time, any old man will have less memory compared to the young people. But it so happens in younger age also you get a memory loss. That is called a dementia, Alzheimer's. So these are the things which are going to happen to you, to me, to the entire society. Because as we grow old, the world is growing old. Because the world now is going to have more old people than young people. That's what exactly happened in the Western countries. Chinese, there are a lot of old people. Japanese, they are very old people. See, more than 70, 80. Younger generation are less. So they need to be supported, they need to be treated, they need to be told early. So what I want to say is, our body has got a fantastic memory. Each cell is a memory cell. What you do it at the age of 30, what you do it at the age of 40, before you get the disability, before you get old, if you train your brain, if you train your musculoskeletal system, how to sit, how to stand, how to walk, how to do exercise, how much to do it, whether gym is good or gym is bad, whether only muscle development is okay because many people are very fancy, or you want to make out your body full of muscles like so many film idols. So that concept, because some people are crazy doing lot of yogas, pranayamas, some people are doing excessive diet, or the people now they only talking about the immunity. Other than the doctor community, the general people know more about the immunity because they are eating everything available in the nature thinking that their immunity is high, forgetting that the immunity build up is from the childhood. What child gets the nutrition in utero, after the development, in infancy, as a childhood, how you nourish your child, that's important for the immunity. Because as you grow old, then what happens? The thymus gland, which is there in the children, slowly atrophies. So there is no T cells. The immunity is by the soldiers. The soldiers are produced by the thymus, which gets disintegrated as you grow old. At the age of 40, 50, you do not have thymus probably. Or if you have a more thymus, that is also a problem. So you have no thymus, your immunity becomes low and low and low. And this also is very important when it's coming to the breastfeeding. If the baby is not breastfed for initial 6 months, that baby is going to suffer with so many immunological disorders. The baby who is growing up will get into a lot of infection. That's what's the importance of immunity. So this is very important. Now old age, we are scared. Who is not scared? Everyone is scared. Now old age, we are scared because of death, because of disease, because of disability. Now disability is, what is disability? The person who was very active above and all things is not able to walk, his speed will come down, his reflexes comes down, his thinking power comes down, his muscular strength comes down, his endurance comes down, his flexibility will come down, his fastness will come down, he is not able to balance. The moment the old man gets, he sways here and there like a drunkard fellow. So these are going to happen. And some people, as you grow old, they are not able to feel the hand, feel the soft object, they are not able to feel the temperature. So they are going to lose the sensations. And these old people, as you see, must have seen many old people, some help is needed. So as you grow old, your dependency on the others, caretakers, health providers, you depend upon them. And at the same time, if you get a disease, then it will be devastating. Like many of the chronic diseases are waiting for the old age. For example, now the diabetes, the heart attack, the hypertension, the renal disorders, because as you grow old, your renal capacity, excretion of urine it comes down, so that you will accumulate toxic substances. So many things happen. Other than the most important, very much scared by anybody including you and me, is the musculoskeletal disability. Musculoskeletal disability is a very important part. In my next videos, I will be able to explain how to control other things. This is because very old people, they sustain fracture. while doing a very simple activity. A old man, while combing his hair, if he massages his head a little bit, he may get hemorrhage in the brain. See, this is very surprising because brain shrinks, there is a lot of cavity, so there will be once a small light trauma, immediate shaking also can give hematoma. So this is what happens in old age. And musculoskeletal deformities like ankylosing spondylosis, he is not able to sit up, bend, and he is not able to squat and use his toilet. He needs this thing. Suppose there is no help if he wants to try something like you take a cloth piece and open it and put it on the sunlight for drying up. He falls down, he sustains a fracture. My dear friends, in old age, the most dreadful event can be a trauma, can be a simple, invisible fracture of any long bones, because the long bones are the one which is going to take the whole burnt of weight. So if you sustain a fracture, what the doctor will do, he will put you on the bed, put a splinter, and you will be totally bed bound for next few months, depending upon the severity fracture. Once the person becomes bed bound, he thinks that he is useless, he is not wanted, he is not cared for, so he needs so many people. Even the relatives also get fed up of serving him. His urine, his toilet, his feeding, everything becomes a problem. Hygiene, and then he is prone for infection, immunity will come down. If he gets pneumonia, he had it, especially like a COVID. So that's the reason why in COVID also the old people are more prone for the COVID, more than 60 years. They should be careful. So this simple fracture can make you dementic. You lose memory. Fracture is simple, but there is a dopamine deficit. Then you get in the brain because of the emotional trauma that you get it when you are bedbound, you will get a dementia. So how important it is to prevent a simple fracture. So how to prevent a fall, how to prevent a fracture, and these are all the important. But we know that there is no cure for degeneration. Absolutely, there is no treatment for old age, but it depends upon how fit you are there in that old age. Your health, your well-being is not equal proportion to the old age. This I will substantiate by quoting that many of the foreigners which we have visited countries, the people start marathon walking, jogging, cycling, many of them even weekends and otherwise also. Mid of the night they start doing treadmills, they are very active. So age is no bar. Start now or you lose something. You do it, otherwise you lose. Use your brain, otherwise you will lose the brain. That's what exactly happens. People don't take the help of the brain in reading, in seeing, in watching, in thinking, introspecting, in doing small skill works, in stopping writing, stopping their work, stopping their profession, will kill their brain. That's very important. That's called the disuse atrophy. So once they are dead, for example, if I don't use my hand for some reason or the other because of fracture, for some days it becomes small. Then if the splint is open, then I want to use, I cannot flex the fingers, I cannot count it, I cannot write it, my signature gets varied. So this was going to happen because you are not used for some plenty. That is called atrophy. Once the muscle goes for degeneration, it is replaced by fibrosis because it has become stiff. You cannot be having a flexibility, you cannot run. So that is the reason you must do exercise, sufficient, simple stretching and simple balancing exercise right from beginning so that you can keep your body and mind very fit throughout your life. So start doing exercise. So you have to preserve this health throughout your life. No age is a bar. We have seen 90-year-old man getting into marathon and getting a prize. We have seen plenty of people, old people, still they are active even at the age of 90 plus or 80 plus. This is not amazing thing. This is not miracle. Because the day we are born, our life is guaranteed for 100 years. The God has given a brand on itself that you will live for 100 years. But this is not a bhavishya. Because if something is happening because you are killing yourself, you are going against nature, then you are inviting so many things. So we are disturbing the eco balance, we are getting things. You are disturbing your body, you are thinking abnormally, then things become abnormal. If you are thinking normally, and you will become, brain will become healthy. If you are eating abnormally unhealthy food, all those cooked and fast, and then you are spoiling your the intestinal flora, gut flora, you invite into so many problems. So man is not a creator, God is a creator, but man is a destroyer of himself. That is 100% to be taken. Dear friends, I think this is enough, and see you in my next subsequent videos, which will give enough information of the simple musculoskeletal exercises, balancing exercise. One a very simple man, they can do it in the house irrespective of the age, to keep the person totally away from early disability, so that his life is purposeful and he can achieve something. Okay, see you in the next videos. Bye.